You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports reporters, let's talk about the Indiana Fever. I got to give Robin Lundberg credit. Journalist over at SI, he has come out and just said it. He's keeping it real here. What happens when keeping it real goes wrong? Yeah, you might want to watch it now. Oh, some of them hater-ass Indiana Fever reporters might come after you. But he's stating the obvious. He's stating what we've known. What we have known for how long? Even despite this, they shouldn't have lost the last two games. That world does not exist. Except in Stephanie White's world. Those two losses do not exist in this dojo, does it? No, sensei. Roger that, Cobra Kai. Unfortunately, they do exist. Robin's stating the obvious. This is it, folks. This is it. I mean, it has come down to this season and Caitlin Clark's return. If they hope to make the playoffs, this is what's got to be done. She's got to come back, and she's going to have to win. And she's got to win even with Stephanie White as her coach. Good Lord, she will be the GOAT if she can pull that off at this point. Seriously, look at where we're at right now, guys. We are number 7 in the playoff seedings. By the way, there's only eight seedings. There's only 8 places. We're second to last. Good teams, you know what they don't do? They don't go 10-8 at home. Look at these two teams up here. The teams that most of us believe are the two elite teams in the league. 16-1 and 13-4. That's how it's done at home. Let's dig into this. The reality of the situation is that the Fever are simply ravaged with injuries, and we're only going to be able to stay afloat for so long, especially with the WNBA season seemingly adding weights around the team's ankles as it goes along. Doesn't help that Stephanie White's got a weapon like Chloe Bibby, and she's got her strapped to the seat over there, so she can't get up and play. Indiana is playing without a healthy point guard, not counting players who had to be added on the fly due to hardship contracts. The latter scenario did previously work out with Ari McDonald, whose season-ending injury was particularly crippling, but it's hard to ask for lightning to strike twice. I cannot imagine this is going to go anywhere close to as good as it did with Ari McDonald. And all of the above only adds to the obvious that Indiana's best player is still out of the lineup. It shouldn't have taken a genie to see that struggles would eventually find the Fever in the absence of Caitlin Clark. I mean, I think we knew this was where we were headed. The Fever have now fallen under 500 with Clark sidelined, with the void of the superstar point guard only becoming more glaring as the team tumbles in the bunched-up WNBA standings while attempting to jockey for playoff position. Caitlin Clark's return is the only real solution to the Fever's struggles. Yes, correct answer. Following the loss to the Mystics, Fever standout Sophie Cunningham issued a bit of a rallying cry. Cunningham asserted her belief in the team. Yeah, I just think we've had some hard injuries this year. We've had some different lineups, roster spots, and to be frank, I don't think anyone else around the league thinks that we can do it anymore. She said that in the postgame. But I think that our group does, and I think that we just have to get that confidence back. When we're clicking offensively, defensively, we're scary, and not a lot of teams can beat us, even with the roster that we have right now. That, as she maintained, the squad needs to rediscover that dog mentality. And you got the biggest dog in the world on the bench right now. She's hurt. They say she's hurt. It's a nice sentiment, but it's hard to imagine the undermanned squad can emerge from said struggles without the catalyst that Clark can provide. Clark has been on the bench for so long that it seems some have forgotten what her impact truly is. We haven't. We haven't forgotten about it for a second. Number 22 is a generational playmaker who gets picked up way up the floor by opposing defenses due to her gravity, her penchant for pulling up from the logo. This makes things easier for everyone else around her. Even as a rookie, Clark was an unprecedented WNBA offensive engine, producing points between her own buckets and assists at a rate the league has never seen before. And of course, she was going to be missed despite any hot takes to the contrary. Yeah, we all remember Carolyn Peck. She's looking like the biggest idiot in the world. By the way, Carolyn Peck is Stephanie White's mentor. Just remember that. Oh, I think they're a more dangerous team without Caitlin Clark. Okay. I'm sorry. I think Stephanie White believes that too. I believe she believes that, which is a huge problem. That's not to say Clark should get rushed back. Her overall health and coming back as strong as possible without risk of re-injury should remain a priority. However, it does appear that a return timeline is coming into focus. I made this video the other day. We talked about it. August 22nd, 24th, 26th are all potential return days. Indiana has stayed alive in the meantime, but the season will ultimately come down to Clark, which was always going to be the case. He's right. He's right. I mean, let's face it. We knew they wasn't winning at all without Caitlin Clark. We knew that. All right. I just thought this team would be, able to beat the team. And this is why I keep going back to the coach. With this roster, you got to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. You got to win the games you're supposed to win. You bring up the schedule, even with this team and even with the injuries, you go, yeah, they should beat the Wings. Yeah, they should beat the Mystics. Yeah, they should beat the Sun. We got to wait to find out if that's going to happen. God, they better. Lord, have mercy. If they lose to the Sun, which they've already lost to once and shouldn't have this season. So we're going to see how that turns out. It's crazy to think I got to give somebody credit for stating the obvious. But, some of these journalists and stuff got to worry about their access. No, this team's just fine. This team's going to be good. Stephanie White knows exactly what she's doing. We need Caitlin Clark back. We need Caitlin Clark back. And even then, I'm going to be honest, under this coaching situation, I don't think they're winning at all. Ever. I should point that ever part out. Ever. At the end of that. Tell me what you think. Maybe the 22nd. That was a week from last night. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.